Right, everyone's joined except Neha, I think, has not joined. Sandhya Ben has not joined. Hopefully she will. But right, so uh, hi,
Of the season is the rainbow.
yeah. So the only so knowing these qualities of divine, we can pause at any point in 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 the midst of our speech, in the midst of our action, and pause and ask ourselves the question: is this action and is this words, is this moment in alignment with those qualities that I know are inherent qualities which I know and understand at a very deep level? And then the answer becomes obvious, that and what direction you would like to move this moment into, towards, and what direction. So it's like that. So that's the game, and that's the journey, and that's the adventure that life can become. So so great. Anyone has any thoughts or anything they'd like to share or ask, or any questions, any experiences, anything?
So, how do we remain in that space 24 by 7?
24/7, yeah, yeah, correct. That's the, yeah. So how do we do that? And so the first part of that is to know that we are already that. That is the first thing. We are already in that 24/7 eternally, since the beginning of time until the end of time, and beyond that and before that. We are always in that. We are already always that. We don't, so the first thing we need to do and can do is drop um, this thought that I need to be something else, that I need to be more, that I need to be better, I need to be more aware, I need to be more something or the other, I need to be something other than what I already am, for me to be and experience that 24/7. So that is one way. And the other thing is to know also that no matter what it is that you're, when I, if, I had this conversation with my sister the other day, that how do we experience divine, right? And if we know, if we understand that whatever we touch, whatever we see, whatever we feel, whatever we perceive, everything is just ultimately made up of awareness, which is I, which is that. All of it is just that. So how do I, how do I speak divine? This is how I speak divine. How do I touch divine? Anything I touch is, I am touching divine. How do I feel divine? Anything I feel is divine. See, we have divided the world up into divine and non-divine at some level. We feel that, okay, if I am feeling blissful, and if I am feeling happy, and if I am feeling this or that, a particular sensation or a particular vision or a particular view, then I am feeling divine. And that is forgetting what is the true quality and the true nature of divine, which is all of it, the infinite. If something is infinite, how can something be excluded from it? If something is excluded, it is not infinite. And if it is infinite, nothing is excluded. So the very first step is to know that we don't need to go or do or see or be or have or feel or anything other than whatever is present. Whatever is there right now is how you touch. There is that famous, वो एक भक्ति गीत या भजन वो है ना, जो um, लोग कहते भगवान सोते नहीं, लोग कहते भगवान नाचते नहीं, लोग कहते भगवान गाते नहीं, you know, उसकी तरह बुलाते नहीं, आते नहीं क्योंकि उसकी तरह बुलाते नहीं. So the underlying message of that is only that we say that, you know, you don't, it is all you are doing is that, all you are doing is expressing divine, all you are doing is feeling divine. So there's nowhere that you need to go or nothing that you need to do in order to experience the divine 24/7. So that is at one level, that's the, you know, the response I am getting. And at another level, we can ignore this, we can be ignorant of this fact, or we can deliberately or inadvertently forget. I mean, ignorance, what they call as ignorance, is not ignorance like lack of knowledge. Ignorance is ignoring this, ignoring that I am already that. Ignoring that is ignorance. I'm ignoring it. I'm ignoring and waiting for some, you know, what exactly are we expecting? You know, what exactly do we think feeling divine is going to be like, or knowing divine is going to be like? It's no different than this magic that we already have, that we already know and already feel. So we drop this whole burden that we are carrying around, that after I do, you know, whatever tapasya, or after I meet this, you know, somebody who's going to give me this shakti or kundalini or something they are going to give me, which is going to allow me to experience that. It's all part of transient phenomenon anyway. Even if you experience the awakening of the kundalini, there is nothing that is permanent about that. It's a feeling, it's a sensation, and it was not there before, so it's part of the transient phenomenon. So if we drop that, then we can release ourselves from this burden of, you know, looking for divine, because it's everywhere and in all things. It's like the, you know, we've all heard this, it's the fish in the water can't see the water. So so that is one. And the other part is knowingly. How do we do that knowingly? Is to continuously come back to the basics, come back to, you know, am I anything that is going on? Am I that? And we see that anything that is going on is going to end, and it had a beginning, and I still remain. I was there before it started, I am there during its presence, and I am there after it's gone. So continuously coming back to that knowing that I am that, I am that, and operating out of that. So aligning life with that, knowing that it is already that. It's a very wonderful paradox, right? It's already that, and now we are going to just be that, which we already are. So in a way we are already 24/7 that, and in a way we can be that knowingly. So great.
I would like to share some things over the last, let's say, 8-10
Sure.
weeks, having a one-on-one conversation with Sanjeev on the same thing.
Right.
I used to get I used to get angry when I find certain people don't behave the way I expected them to behave. And I really came to Sanjeev saying, this is the problem, what do I really do? And he really made me realize, saying that, listen, you are complete awareness like the other person is. And if only you really believe that totally, let it see what it does. So I was resisting the idea, saying that, no, like you want me to believe. He said, no, you don't have to believe. So this went on for about 6-7 weeks. And finally, 1 week I really decided, let me really suspend my disbelief. Okay? And see where it takes us. So in situations, one of my understanding was the fact that I was getting angry because I had certain expectations, and those expectations were coming because of my ego, because my ego was saying that, okay, this is the right way for him to respond. And when somebody doesn't respond, I get really angry. So when he made me aware of my true self, I basically said, okay, this is the true self. Maybe when I get angry, maybe I'm ignoring or maybe I'm really forgetting my true self. Maybe my ego is taking over my true self. Ego is not me, but ego is talking instead of me talking, instead of my self-awareness talking.
Correct.
I
Correct.
said, okay, let's really not let the ego talk, and let me really see what this self-awareness will talk.
Wow.
Suddenly I found there was a dramatic improvement. I was not getting that angry, and I really appreciate from where the other person was coming. Even if the other person had his own fears and his own anxieties, and they were not valid, but Sanjeev made me understand that person concerned, they're real. I have to really acknowledge the fact that like, that person has got that fear and that anxiety and whatnot. And that realization made me a lot more peaceful. And suddenly I really discovered that like I was getting such an equilibrium and such a peace of mind which I was not really getting. Not that after that I have not really become angry, because I think this is basically a process. Many times you really forget that true self is something else. But once you really taste the success of being in self-awareness and having tasted that, you want to taste it again and again and again. So your question, Jennifer, of how do I get to 24/7? If you've really tasted the true value of being into awareness, that bliss itself will really push you to come back to your true self whenever you really go off or whenever you really forget. So my frequency of getting angry is basically increasing. I mean, meaning I'm not getting that angry that often. My intensity is basically less. Probably I'm a little more happier than I was earlier. So I have a feeling we will all get to that stage. It needs a little more focus, and I mean, you don't really want to put a burden on your full saying, oh God, I'm off. Okay, if I'm off my true self, if I'm angry, if my ego took over, doesn't really matter. My ego has been with me for 63 years. How can I suddenly banish it?
Uh, uh, I we can't hear you now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were still... Okay. Right. Right. Exactly. Wonderful. Wonderful. This is, yeah. So that positive, um, this positive feedback loop is also very, very crucial, and, propel us in that direction, because you go with that, and then you find that the universe gives you many, many, many signals, right? And it's not that we don't know this, and I know we have all experienced this. It's not anything new that we are saying, but it's just a reminder that the universe pays it back to you in the form of feedback to this contracted unit self, in spades. It comes back in great quantity and great volume and great intensity, and that positive feedback loop again encourages us to be more and more in that space of awareness and this space of okayness, and and being in that. Wonderful. Wonderful. Great. I'm very happy, Nagarajanji, that you know
I should thank you for setting me on the path.
sure, sure. No, and
I can say that I have started liking myself a little better. What more can you ask?
yeah. Wow, that is such a simple little realization, but it is so profound. You cannot imagine how profound that really is, because the loving the whole world starts with loving ourselves. And if we like ourselves and love ourselves, then that's the breakthrough. That's the step through into that realm of bliss. Great. I love it. I love it. Great, great. Wonderful, wonderful. So nice. So we'll be ending in a minute or two anyway. Any last words or anything anyone wants to say? Purushottam ji, anything? Now that you actually have an audio connection for this brief minute. कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? Neha, anything?
Yeah, actually, my phone battery is really low, so that's why I'm not speaking
Not
anything right now.
okay, okay. Huh. But we are ending anyway in a minute.
Yeah.
So by 8 we'll so in 2 minutes we'll wind up. So ठीक है. Great. So
We
we'll
really enjoyed this, Sanjeevji, today's evening.
thank you. Thank you.
So
Same here. Same.
could you please send us the recording, or
I
could you please
will.
put it up on YouTube or
I
something so
will.
that everybody can enjoy the same?
Definitely, definitely will. And yesterday's recording also I've sent it. I don't know. I sent it to you, Purushottam ji. If you
You
can
now
just
send it to me.
okay, I'll send it to you. You can forward it. I'm thinking I'll just send the audio because that's smaller and easier to move around. We need not have the video. What do you think? You want the video? You
Of
want video?
course, we want to see you.
Okay, chalo, theek hai.
Then what?
I'll send you the video. So we'll end with a prayer. Wonderful. Jai Gurudev, everyone. See you again. Bye, 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 bye.
Bye.
I love you all. Great.